I can't wait until the morning comes so I can see the sun. So many dark clouds over my head, praying the rain is done. Yeah. Too long, too many years, pain and suffering, it made me numb. For every win, shit I knew I had to lose, like I already won. Yeah, I'm popping pills and drinking lean so I can sleep at night. And all these wounds might get infected if I don't treat them right. I'm still blinded by the dark, I never see. I'll bow my head out to Allah, please make a way for me. Stabbed so many times in the back, protect the snakes for me. I just hope it ain't too late for me. I can't wait until morning comes so I can see the sun. So many dark clouds over my head, praying the rain is done. Yeah. Too long, too many years, pain and suffering, it made me numb.
Packs are in your ears,
For
boy.
every win, shit I knew I had to lose, like I already won. Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing out there? Let me just get myself adjusted here. Just sitting down here. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! I don't know how to put this, but we're off to a start in 2024. Today, we're going to talk about those hats. I mean, those hoodies. And those cell phones in these public schools. I got an instant solution for the cell phones off rip. Upgrade your outside of school to in school communication. Upgrade that. In terms, I'm gonna have you chime in here in a minute, but right now I just, even if you got my co-host, which is all good, I won't have you chime in here in a minute. But anyway, tighten that up to how it used to be when we was in school, to where your parent could contact that office, the office could contact that or teaching through the PA system to cell phones that they can have or whatever. I don't care, because cell phones are a distraction in the classroom. Cell phones, they are a distraction in the classroom. That's not, and I know it's kids that keep it in their pocket, but it's kids that don't keep it in their pocket, and that's just keep it real. And Flint got enough problems. That's just is. Come on, real simple. Upgrade that to the fullest, to where a parent, something go down, emergency, that PA system. They talking about it's 2024. It's 2024. And you're talking about you can't get messages from a parent to the school to the teacher to a student. No, I ain't even trying to be negative. I'm just being honest. Common sense. Come on, man. Then look at the innocent kids. It ain't just you. This goes out to all of you kids that do this and then start punching on somebody. And in Flint, in them Flint schools. This is to all of you. This is to all of you parents who know that it's your child that getting in front of these cameras, throwing all of these punches, causing us to have these people overact for the ones that put their hoodie on because it's cold. And when they walk in the building, they take it off. But because of you, now nobody can't have a hoodie no more. What you can't win. Either you let everybody wear hoodies and they pull the hoodies over their head and all the chaos break off, or you don't let them wear hoodies and all the chaos break off because they can't wear the hoodies. So for you people who think it's just you and all about you and all about this, whatever's going on up here that got y'all moving like that, stop. Y'all gotta stop that. If y'all smart enough to pull your hoodie over your head, you smart enough not to do that jump. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. They what? I can't see how they close to something. Let me see. They close to going to happen anyway. I ain't saying it's a failure, but it's a disaster. And it takes more than the system by itself to allow us to be where we are. Once again, we got too many people not looking at the big picture. And I don't know whose bright ideal it was to cause all of this destructions in our schools that's creating so many terrible, terrible endings. And some endings are prolonged for 1 year, some 2, some 3, some 4. But at the end, it's terrible. And it's all because of attitude when it comes to school. If you was coming to school to learn, you wouldn't be thinking about pulling your hood over your head and punching somebody. If you came to school to learn, you wouldn't be worried about being on TikTok when your teacher is trying to teach you something. If everybody sent their kids to school to learn, maybe your kids could have a cell phone in their pocket because they know if they pull it out, it's an emergency. For all of you kids that if you pull your cell phone out and your teacher is talking to you, it's an emergency. Not your teacher is trying to teach a class and he got all TikTok going. What we gonna do? Like, so I haven't the that's just surface. What is that? That's just the surface. What I what's going on with us with this hoodie cell phone? That's just surface. I have not done going below, but I will go below, and I will find out if such and such decrease will such and such happen, or until such and such decrease, this will continue to happen. So I will find that because right now all I know is as of tomorrow, no cell phones, no hoodies. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. We just gotta bring our kids up right. And for these younger kids, because there's a lot of younger kids carrying phones and stuff too. Now let's just keep it real. Especially, same applies. Now, that's focus on not making these kids miss these phones and not wanting to wear these hoodies put over their head so they can punch somebody. It's schools that allow their kids to bring cell phones and wear hoodies. But They ain't pulling their hoodies over their head, punching somebody. They ain't pulling their cell phone out, recording incidents. And if they are having problems like that, hey, how you doing, Melissa? Can't see good, but I'll be reading. You all right? Hey, Terrence, if you listening, man, you can plug in and read Melissa's thing for me if you want to. I don't know. I think I'm just on fire tonight. Dante, same for you. So, Terrence, plug in and read y'all thing. I'll go with y'all. Otherwise than that, man, I ain't pulling it up no close. I'm just back here. But I know y'all doing it. But anyway, we gotta just make sure that we're not creating more situations to where excuses be like this is a valid excuse. Whether you are against them taking their hoodies from them or for them taking them hoodies from them, it don't matter. This is a good excuse. Kids are doing this and then punching other kids. Come on. What side you on? Pick a side. If you got people that agree with you and don't agree with you. Pick a side, it don't matter. That's a legitimate excuse for not letting them kids wear them hoodies in school. But let's once again, can this be creating our future kids to be able to wear hoodies to school and they won't pull their hoodies over their head and punch somebody? For all of you kids that's out there putting hoods over your heads, if you did that, remember, this argument is because of you. And in the near future, before you go and do something that affects everybody, think and remember, it ain't just you. How you doing, Miss Joe? I can see that. Ooh. Don't put y'all hoodies on and punch Richie Rich. We gotta stop. And it's hard. I was talking to this girl today. She was kicking the Dayton family. But she kicked the Dayton family for a different reason than when we kicked the Dayton family, especially when it comes to that field. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that field. She didn't get that field. Because she ain't in that field. So, I get, that that's James family, any of them, Ooh. In a crowded room, and there's just a little sprinkle out of a headset. Hey, that's the TDF. Uh, come from a different part, but still like that music. And I'm just thinking, like, damn. It's people that really ain't ain't had to suffer because of these bad decisions. But I hear other in that same lane where she has, lost someone because of gun violence. So it's tricky. But I'm like, we should highlight the way you were raised. The accomplishments you had. I'm boring. Yeah, my story is boring. But wouldn't you rather tell a boring story of your child? If you are one of these childs out here listening, I hope you would rather your parent have a boring, successful story to tell about her child than this destruction. It don't matter if you on your way to prison, if you on your way uh down below, it don't matter if it's gonna happen overnight, it's gonna take 5-6 years and you finally gonna get your day or whatever. It's got to stop. We got to stop highlighting the negative. I hate to say it, but you ain't got a TV show if you ain't got a shootout. You ain't got a TV show if you ain't got a shootout. You ain't got a series if you ain't got a question, who gonna die next? And we're mixing all of this in together, and it's influencing our youngsters. We got to combat that. That's why the last time we was talking, I said we got to give them opportunities and situations that they don't need a gun when they're not in school. We got to create those situations for more of them, because not all of them, just like with these hoodies and cell phones, are negative. And once again, it don't matter what side you are on, because I see we got to reach the 30-minute mark, and I'm gonna get up out of here because I wanted my man to play a good portion of that song for me, and play that crabs in the bucket too. Uh, we gotta do better. I mean, like, if we don't start teaching our kids, if we don't start promoting our kids, and our kids, if y'all don't start thinking right, think about what y'all kids are gonna think about and what they're gonna do, what they're gonna learn. Think about the mistakes that you are making because you watch somebody else travel that or live that lifestyle. So instead of you being satisfied with letting your child grow up and absorb you doing these same things that led you down the path that you are on. Come on. I have homeboys who thought they were so slick and so cool and my child is so dumb. Lost their kids at an early age for living in the streets the same way that their father was, or still did, was doing at the time of their passing. So you can jam that for me, man. Turn it up, man. I want to hear that loud, man. I was hearing myself. Ruger in the house. Flint's on, y'all. Hey, Terrence, you need to put some information up there so these people can go to that can go to this young man's show this young man some love.
I can't wait until the morning comes so I can see the sun. So many dark clouds over my head, praying the rain is done. Yeah, too long, too many years, pain and suffering, it made me numb. For every win, shit I knew I had to lose, like I already won. Yeah, I'm popping pills and drinking lean so I can sleep at night. And all these wounds might get infected if I don't treat them right. I'm still blinded by the dark, I never see the light. And I won't let them tell my story, they ain't gon' read it right. I jumped off of the porch, mama said you on your own. And don't come back to a shit since you out here acting grown. Couldn't believe the shit she heard, cause I know right from wrong. I told mama I'm thugging, can't leave this life alone. I seen Kenny in that whip slump, that traumatized me for real. Identified by his phone posits for real. I still ain't got over it, I probably never will. Say time's supposed to heal wounds, these scars will never heal. I can't wait until the morning comes so I can see the sun. So many dark clouds over my head, praying the rain is done. Yeah, too many years, pain and suffering, it made me numb.
Don't give them all of that hit. They gotta tune in. They gotta tune in. Flint song.
My mama crying every night. She say she pray for me. I bow my head out, draw a line, please make a way for me. Stabbed so many times in the back, protect the snakes for me. I just hope it ain't too late for me. I can't wait until morning comes so I can see the sun. So many dark clouds over my head, praying the rain is done. Yeah, too long, too many years, pain and suffering, it made me numb. For every win, shit I knew I had to lose, like I already won. Yeah.
Hey, T Money. Hey man, let me read some of that. Melissa been putting a whole lot of stuff up there. Let me interact with her for a hot second before we get out of here. Read me some of that stuff that she's been putting up there. I don't know why I can't see her typing and I can see theirs. Shimoni, can you hear me? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, read me some of that stuff before we get up out of here.
My son's dad had a great job before his passing. I could only see what a man he was at the time. Um, it's because they didn't nip it in the bud before it started, especially with the hoodies. Dante say I don't disagree with the hoodies, but The cameras are a part of everybody's society.
Yeah,
Miss Brenda
man.
say, Miss Brenda say, Flint schools used to be the model for other districts across the United States.
Yep, yep.
Melissa said, my son goes to Bentley due to the GISD program he is in, but they don't allow students to wear hoodies on their heads, but they allow them to wear them, but not the hoodie part.
That's my point exactly. They shouldn't have been putting them in. It's a catch 22. What you gonna do? Parents gotta teach their kids. Kids gotta have more. They gotta have self control. Just the same with these guns. Just because you are allowed to have a gun, don't mean you gotta shoot somebody. Some of these kids gotta use self restraint. It's just that simple. Either you gonna control, some gotta give. Cause the same innocent kids that pull their cell phones out their pocket at an emergency, put their hoodies on when they walk out of the building, take their hoodies off when they walk in the building. Those are the ones that the kids are putting the hoodies over and punching. Along even worse, when they doing it knowing they finna fight each other and they both do it from coming from different sides and try to kill each other. Anyway it go, the kids that are putting the hoodies on and punching somebody are making it bad for the kids that don't. The kids that take their cell phones out of their pocket and use them when they're not supposed to have made it bad for the kids that do not pull their cell phones out of their pockets when they are not supposed to. It's that simple. And either you're on the side of the kids that want to wear their hoodies, or you agree with the system that says, no, for everybody's safety, ain't no hoodies allowed in our schools. For the sake of education, hopefully, instead of pouting that they can't play with their phone, maybe they'll pay attention to the teacher and learn something.
Melissa said, just like the cell phones, I also believe they need them. What happens if something happens to them as they get off the bus or walk home and can't get help?
Melissa, to my understanding, and if like I said, I'm on the surface, but below the surface is the issue that they're just now coming to this. It ain't like this. It's a 10-year thing that's been happening. They're just now coming to this. What about if from day one, when cell phones were invented, that it was a rule that you can't have your phone at school? Now, all of this used to be, Melissa, that they could bring their phones to school. But some of these kids, just like they could wear their hoodies to school. But some of these kids have slickened themselves into not being able to bring their cell phones in the classroom and wear the hoodies. The communication system gotta be top notch. As if a bus breakdown, it's a call to an office. It's a file. Every kid on that bus house get a phone call. It's a call from the parent to the school. A phone is answered. Your child name and grade is given. Your situation is given, and that child classroom is hit. Boom!
And Miss Brenda just made a valid point. You remember when them kids down in Texas, they helped with them cell phones when they down there when they at the I think it was an elementary school. One of the school shooters, I forgot where it was. Kids' phones was very instrumental in helping the police get the shooters. Yeah, they did help a lot. I say put them in a drop box, man. Put the cell phones in a drop box. Everybody get a ticket. Whoever didn't get a ticket, they have a phone in there. You feel me?
I don't know if they tried that and something happened. I mean, I'm good with whatever the solution, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm saying that at the Flint public schools, the kids, whatever rules they had that allowed them to bring to the schools, them kids that escalated that so much to where now they can't bring them phones into school, take a bow. That's all I'm saying. Those kids that done that, take a bow. Just like our generation. Those kids that started at Flint Academy shooting guns up in the air, slowly graded over the drive-by shootings that was done by our era to what we now have, take a bow. That's all I'm saying. From our generation that had a dance after every homecoming game, that now all of a sudden they don't even have homecoming games, take a bow. Take a bow. Our guest next week, Mr. Percy Glover, that helps young men get out of jail. It's a lot going on, y'all. He's going to be on. People pleading with him to help them get out of jail. Stop doing something to be put in jail to where you don't have you don't have to ask nobody to help you get out. Stop taking chances. And we got to give them a reason not to take chances. And we got to teach them to grow up satisfied and humble and not greedy and excessive. Simple as that. Simple as that. So everybody out there that's on the side that the kids should be allowed to carry their cell phones to school, and they should be allowed to carry their hoodies to school. Please make sure that you promote the proper use and time of the cell phone. And also when to have a hoodie on your head and when not to. And keep those students that don't obey the phone laws, put the hoodie on and punch somebody. Make sure that y'all are on them and show them some love. Because there's something going on with a person that puts a hoodie on and punch somebody. It's something going on with a person that should be sitting down learning as much as they can that want to play with a phone. Let's just keep it real. Flint public schools should not even have this problem. What did the kids wake up for? To go to school and do what? Learn. Putting your hoodie on and punching somebody is not a reason to go to school. Doing a TikTok is not a reason to go to school. Youngsters, y'all gotta help us help y'all. The number one problem with Flint Public School is enrollment. If you had higher enrollments, they couldn't close these schools down. But they have an enrollment situation, whether they created, forced
Can
it.
you see it? I know you see it. Can you feel it? Well, you gon' feel it, yeah. Got the bedrock diva on this track, yeah. It's city demons in my city.
All you youngsters out there,
Crabs in the buckets and the haters working
there's
it's systematic shit. We gon' make it anyway.
breaking all of these violations that Flint Public Schools. Remember, we need y'all to stop. We need the students to rebuild the Flint Public Schools. If the Flint Public Schools are going to be rebuilt, the students have to. And that means that the adults, no matter what form they are in, must promote a healthy environment in our public schools. A learning environment in our public schools.
We self-medicating.
Kids that don't want to put their hoodies on
The kids have no
punch
vision.
somebody.
They taking all the schools away, but they steady making feelings. But we gon' make it all the way, because we kicking in the building. Take it back, take it back, take it back. We gotta take it back, we gotta take the hood back. Take it back, take it back, take it back.
Better rock deeper, y'all.
Take it back, we gotta take the city back. When you're under pressure, city demons can take your mind like no other. Hey, you gotta have control, even when it's hard on your own. City demons, all up in your city. Prodigal diamonds and a city of diamonds. Got the bedrock diva on this track, yeah. It's city demons in my city, yes indeed it is. Got the crabs in the buckets and the haters working every day.
Every day.
Systematic shit, we gon' make it.
We gon' make it anyway.
Take it back.
Take it back. Peace out. Flint After Dark, y'all.
You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
Raver, you gone crazy.
You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets.
Yeah. Raver, you gone crazy.
You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets.
Yeah.
I bow my head out to Allah, please make a way for me. Stabbed so many times in the back, protect the snakes for me. I just hope it ain't too late for me. I can't wait until morning comes so I can see the sun. So many dark clouds over my head, praying the rain is done. Yeah. Sit around too many years, pain and suffering, it made me numb.
Packs are in your ears, boy.
Everywhere, shit I knew I had to